Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to consider how to draft and cut a perfect trouser, and I'm going to take you step by step on how you can draft out this trouser in this way. Please don't go anywhere. I would like you to sit back and relax and watch as we carry out this simple task. It will not waste much of your time. I promise you will not regret watching this video. Thank you very much. This is the drafting or cutting your trouser. The first thing you have to bear in mind is that you have to understand the fabric. Knowing the front of the fabric is very, very important, and also the back of the fabric. Now, this is the back of the fabric. Just as I said before, you have to know that you have to cut with the back of the fabric, and this is also the front of our fabric. The front of our fabric is in check form, while that of the back of our fabric is in stride form. Now, another thing you have to understand is the measurement, the length, the measurement, the reading of the trouser you want to cut, the measurement of the trouser you want to cut. We have our length as 40 inches. That is our length. Our length is 40 inches, and we have our waist as 41 inches. The laps, we have our laps as 30, we have knee 22 inches, and the bottom as 19 inches. Now, having known this measurement, we have to start our cutting. We start our cutting. First of all, we have to mark. In marking the length, the first thing we have to do is the length. The length, you remove 1 inch from the waist area. This is 1 inch. You remove 1 inch from the waist area. Normally we are supposed to place our tape here and measure, but we remove 1 inch from our waist area. Why are we removing 1 inch? We are removing 1 inch from our waist area because of the waistband, the waist lining. That's why we are removing 1 inch, because when we add the waistband, it will now give us what we want. Now we remove 1 inch, then we mark 40 inches, which is the length of our trouser. This 40 inches. You bring your tape to the next point. You also mark what 40 inches. You join the marked place. You join the marked place with a ruler. The next thing you do is to put your folding allowance. We are supposed to make this folding allowance 2 inches, but because we don't just for this trouser has a turn up. It has turn up on it, so we make it 3.5. We make the allowance, the folding 3.5 because of the turn up. Make it 3.5. So we also join. We are moving to the waist area. We have successfully gotten our length and the allowance for the folding. We now move to the waist area to measure for our waist. The waist, I said the waist is 41 inches. The waist is 41 inches. 41 divided by 4 will give us 10 1/4. 10 1/4 or 10.25, and here is 10.25. If you are confused about the reading of this tape, please, I have a video where I fully give tutorial on how to read tape. Please go to that video and watch it. You will understand. I said our waist is 41. If we divide it by 4, it will give us 40.25 or 40 1/4. So 41 1/4, pardon me, 10 1/4. 10 1/4, pardon me, 10 1/4. So this 10 1/4 we mark. Having marked that, we add 2 inches. The purpose for these 2 inches is one seam allowance at the front, and the remaining we will now use it to fold for the pocket area. and also the hip, to determine the hip of our trouser so that the hip will not be too tight. We now, the next thing we are going to measure is the whole of this will now give us 12.75, which is 12 3/4. So we transfer this 12 3/4 here. We transfer it here to determine a straight line. So we now mark our flap. We are going to make our flap 11 inches. 11 inches will be our flap. So we, as in our flap or zipper area, some people call it zipper line, we are going to make it 11 inches. The reason for this, making it 11 inches, we are supposed to make it to be less than 11 inches, but the trouser we are cutting, the waist line is at the stomach. The person that owns this trouser, he puts his trouser at the stomach area. We put it at the stomach area. That's why we make it 11. If it's at the normal waist area, we make it within 10 or 9.5. So having noted that, we have to mark and give a curve. So we get the midpoint of this trouser. The midpoint, this 39, the whole of it, I said our length is 40. We remove 1 inch. What will be left is 39. So the midpoint of this 39 will be 19.5 or 19.5. 19.5 or 19.5. Then we join the straight line. That midpoint, we take the midpoint as the nail of our trouser. The next thing is the knee measurement is 22 inches. 22 inches. While our lap measurement is 30 inches. This is 30 inches. Then 30 divided by 2 will give us 15. 30 divided by 2 will give us 15. So we are going to the bottom area. The bottom area we make it 19. That is the measurement for the bottom line. 19 inches. 19 inches divided by 2 will give us 9.5. This is 9.5. 19 inches divided by 2. The next thing we are going to do now is to join these points. We are going to join the points. Our pocket, the mouth, the length of the pocket, we make it 7.5. Remember, I said the reason why we add 3.5 inches for the folding allowance of this is because this trouser we have turn up. I will show you what turn up is all about and how to fix our turn up on a trouser. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut this trouser, having drafted it out. we put the dots here for the pocket. We start from here to the top. This is 40 inches. This is 41 inches. You place it in this way, then you cut out this area. This will be for our flap. You give a cut here. Then you shift the front side of it. What we are cutting is the back. You shift it this way. Now remember the bottom line is 19. We fold this to determine that bottom line. If we are correct, we fold this from here, putting our seam allowance. This is our seam between here to here is our seam allowance. We fold it and we measure. We also give our seam allowance here. So you look here, this is 9.5, this is 9.5, this is our seam allowance, which is accurate. We move to the nail point. This is our nail point. We give our seam allowance and we measure. The nail is 22. So we adjust this a little bit. Our nail is 22. So this is 22 with our seam allowance here. So we are accurate with this. And then the lap measurement, we start, and this is 15 with our our seam allowance over there. So we are good to go. The next thing we are going to do is to give a mark. The next thing we are going to do is to give a top mark. Here should be about 2 inches. The reason why we are projecting this out is that the hip, the back of our hip is projected out more than the front. The front area is flat, while our back side is projected out. That is the reason why we added 2 inches, so that the waist will not go to the bottom area or the nyash side. So we will now cut. position we are going to determine is the west line. So we will bring our west line from here, and what we use in sewing our back welt pockets, the back welt pocket for the welt pocket of the trouser. So we get every other pieces here. So we just the way to draft out our trouser. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And please, I would like you to do well to like this video. Make sure you like it, please, and also subscribe to our channel so that you get more video whenever we post new videos. You get notification whenever we post new videos. Thank you very much for watching. Remain blessed.